Hi guys, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll be doing the full review of this Moto G71 smartphone. And this is the retail box unit. I just waited for this one, so put my SIM in this one, so we'll be using that. And the good thing is that now we get a 33-watt charger in the box, unlike older Moto phones that used to come with 15 or 20-watt charger. So that's actually a nice thing. So here is the device itself, and I'll divide it between the pros and cons. What did I feel about this device while using it? And I just yesterday changed my primary SIM from this one to the OnePlus 9 RT. So use this for over a week, so I'll share my experience. So let's start about the good things that I noticed, then we'll move to the cons, and some of the cons are pretty silly that I noticed on this one. Okay, the first thing is regarding the screen, guys. It's having a 6.4-inch screen, and by the way guys, here are all the specs for the Moto G71 that is available in India. And in fact, watch the unboxing video if you want to get a general overview about this device, because here I'm directly going to jump between the pros and cons. Okay, the first thing is regarding the screen, and it's an AMOLED screen, guys, and it's a normal full HD AMOLED screen, and it's a good quality screen. In fact, I mounted this on my bike and also used it for navigation and stuff, and if you leave it on auto brightness, the screen is bright enough, 700 nits. It's visible even in direct sunlight. So in terms of the AMOLED screen, they haven't compromised. But again guys, this is a normal 60 hertz screen, not a 120 or a 90 hertz screen. But overall, I like the AMOLED screen on this one, and it can also go pretty low at night, so it doesn't strain your eyes. So it's a good quality screen that they have given on this one. But again guys, no in-display fingerprint scanner or anything on this one. You have the Moto display, so whatever notifications you get over here. Fingerprint scanner is here at the back, I would say. So it's a little bit odd position. Now I've gotten used to it, but you have to pick up the phone. They could have gone with the in-display fingerprint scanner. It would have been a lot better. But yeah, this is what it is. But in terms of screen quality, it's a good quality AMOLED screen that you're getting. The next thing is regarding the call quality and the earpiece. And as I've told you guys, I don't know about you guys, but I do take a lot of business calls on the phone. So having good call quality and earpiece is very imperative to me. And here I have to say, the call quality and this earpiece was very good. Even for long calls, I did not have an issue, and no proximity sensor issue on this device. So that way, for long calls also, it's a good one. The microphone quality is also good on this one. It also has the secondary noise cancellation microphone. So I took long calls on this one, and nobody complained about the call quality on this one. I also took some calls with the Bluetooth headset. You don't need to, because it has a 3.5mm headphone jack, and the Bluetooth performance was also good. So in terms of call quality, it was good. I also took some calls with the speakerphone. It's a single speaker, guys, no stereo, but it was adequately loud. So in that respect, in terms of call quality, if you're particular about call quality, it's good. Another thing is that many of you keep asking me, this one does have carrier aggregation. When I had my Airtel SIM on this one, I used to get that 4G plus symbol on this one. And another thing that I like, and I think so, this is the best in this price range. This is for 19,000 in India, and this one actually is having 13 bands of 5G. So it's a proper 5G phone. And I also like the fact that this is coming with the brand new Snapdragon 695 SoC. This is a brand new SoC, and the performance of this one is very, very good. Don't mistake the 6 series on this one. This could have been easily called a Snapdragon 760 or something like that. It's that good. And it's based on 6nm process. If you recall, the Dimensity 1200, which is sort of the flagship from MediaTek, is based on 6nm process, and this is also on 6nm process. So it's an excellent, great processor, and it's also very, very power efficient. I'll talk about the battery life, but in terms of day-to-day operations and everything, no issues. The processor handles everything you throw on it, and even for gaming, it's decent. I'm not a hardcore gamer, guys, so if you want to know about hardcore gaming, check out some other channels. I played some casual games here and there, a little bit of Call of Duty and stuff, and it played fine on this one. Okay, next thing that I have to talk about is the battery life that I was getting on this one. This one has a 5000 milliamp hour battery, and it's bundled with this fast charger, so charges pretty quickly. But the battery life that I was getting on this phone is spectacular. spectacular. Again, this comes back to the processor. As I've told you, 695, it's based on 6 nanometer processor, so it's a very power efficient processor, and I was getting excellent battery life. I couldn't actually drain it in a single day. So in terms of screen on time, 9 to 10 hours of screen on time you should easily get with this one. But to give you an idea, again guys, I just don't sit the entire day on the phone. I also use a laptop for my work, so it's a mixed thing. So this is my usage that I was typically getting. Let me actually show you. I've saved some screenshots. If you go to the photo and if you go to the library, you'll have some screenshots over here. And okay, it was at 13%, and the last charge was 2 days ago, so over 48 hours. And notice the screen on time, 7 hours 16 minutes, and still had 13% left. So this is the kind of battery life I'm getting. And in fact, it was heavy usage, guys. If you notice, 2 hours 59 minutes, that's almost 3 hours it was mounted on my bike for GPS navigation. So that's very hardcore usage. Then also I got this sort of battery life. So battery life is a big strength of this one, and easily for normal users, 1.5 to 2 days you will get. So battery life is not an issue on this smartphone. Excellent battery life that I got on this, and I didn't have to baby around or think about the battery on this one. The battery life was so good. Okay, now moving to the next thing is regarding RAM management, guys. RAM management, as it's a stock Android phone, guys, no ads, no nothing, clean stock Android experience that you're getting. That's the beauty of a Motorola smartphone, so you're getting that. The RAM management was also good. Some of the apps that need to be in memory, like Truecaller, this MyGate that I have to use, and other stuff were actually in memory, and I didn't have to worry about it. So the RAM management is done very well on this device, so you don't have to worry about that one. One new thing that Motorola has started doing this one with this smartphone is the RAM boost. We have seen this with a lot of other Chinese manufacturers. They claim that RAM, virtual RAM kind of thing. So Motorola has also implemented with this one, but I think so it's sort of buggy. Let me actually show you. If you go to the settings, and if you have this Moto G71, try this and let me know. If you go to system, and if you go to the performance, here you'll see the RAM boost. By default, this is switched on, and you'll get a RAM of about 7.5 gigabytes. That 1.5 gigabytes is sort of virtual RAM, and I just played around with this one, and once I switched off this, now it's that using that regular 6 gigabytes of RAM, I definitely felt that the phone was a lot more snappier. And even that with that 6 gigabytes of RAM, I didn't have any issues of RAM management. So if you have this phone, disable that RAM boost thing and use it and see if you see a performance gain. I don't know, it's just me, but I'm noticing it's a lot more fluid with that one. Maybe it's a bug, they will fix it in a future update, but that RAM boost was enabled by default, guys. It's on by default. Okay, moving to the next thing, and this is regarding the camera. We have the triple camera setup. The main camera is a 20 megapixel, then we have a 8 megapixel, that's ultra wide, then we have a 2 megapixel macro. The front facing is a 16 megapixel, that's a punch hole that we are getting. And overall, I would say here are some of the samples with this smartphone, and I have to definitely say the camera, rear facing camera performance has improved by leaps and bounds if we compare with older Moto phones like the Moto G60 or even the Moto what is that, Edge 20 Fusion or something like that. Definitely I would say the camera performance has improved. So it's good to know that Motorola is spending a little bit more time in after image processing, because that's the area where they were lacking. Moving to the front facing 16 megapixel camera, here are some of the samples, and again I would say the camera performance is decent, but sometimes I notice slight blurring with the front facing camera. Hopefully they can lower the shutter lag, thus to remove that. But overall, I would say the camera performance was actually pretty good. In fact, I also like the video that we get from the front-facing camera. It just zooms in, but here is a sample. Guys, shooting the video with the front-facing camera of this Moto G71, and the audio is also being recorded via the same. So what do you feel about the video recording with the front-facing camera of this Moto G71? It zooms in a little bit in the video mode, I feel. So guys, these were the good things that I noticed about this device. Now let's move to the cons of this device. And this is a very peculiar con, and I'll give you my practical experience. This smartphone for some reason does not have a compass sensor, whereas some of the earlier Moto phones, the Moto G71, etc., had that. And I did, as I've told you, use this for GPS navigation mounting on my bike. I used it quite a bit. So on Google Maps, it's not like the maps do not work. They work once you have a GPS lock, and generally these get GPS locked very quickly within 15-20 seconds. So it works whenever you're moving also, it moves. But the problem is that as it does not have the compass sensor, when I was going over flyovers where you don't have a direct line of sight and the GPS signal is lost. So if you make a turn, it does not know that you have made a turn. So I miss the fact that it does not have a compass sensor. It's not like I was not able to use the GPS, used it quite a bit, as I've told, used it for several days, in fact, when I was using this phone. But again, it misses the compass sensor, and that can be lacking in certain situations, I have to say. Let's say you don't get a GPS signal, you're going under bridges, you have multiple lanes like that. And because if it's a compass sensor, it knows immediately when you're moving. Because it does not have that, it has to rely on GPS. And if the GPS signal is lost, it does not know if you've made a turn or not. So that is where I miss the compass sensor. So I don't know why they did it, because in some of the more affordable Motorola phones, the GPS sensor is there. So that is something that is missing on this smartphone. Also, again, as I've told you guys, the screen is good. It's an AMOLED screen, and after disabling that RAM boost, it's a lot more fluid, to be frank, I would say. But I wished it had an option of 90 Hz screen. It's just a wish list. This is nitpicking, guys, not strictly a con. But yeah, that's my wish list, I would say. Next thing is regarding, and again, this is a nitpicking, because the Moto G51 had the side-mounted fingerprint scanner, and I felt that was quicker. This, I have to pick it up, and this is strictly old style, guys. Couple of years ago, it was cool having it at the back. It's not like the fingerprint sensor is not responsive or something, but it would have been better, because most of the new modern phones are having it here, and that's quicker. That they did it with the Moto G51. So that's slight nitpicking. And next thing is regarding the video that I got from the rear facing camera, and for some reason I did not like the video quality that we were getting from the rear facing camera. Front facing camera video quality was fine, but for some reason the video quality was not that good. These generally happen with some MediaTek smartphones. The video quality is not that great, but here also I did not like the video quality. Here is a quick sample of the video that I took with the rear facing camera. Now a quick sample with the rear facing camera, shooting the video with the same, and as you can see, guys, I'm just walking around. Audio is being captured by its internal microphone. So this is a quick sample of the video with the rear facing camera. And lastly, guys, it's regarding the update situation. Motorola team has said that this out of the box comes with Android 11, not Android 12. Motorola team has said that the Android 12 update will come out to this one, but we simply do not know when. And also many of the other vendors are committing for Android updates for 2 or 3 years. There's nothing like that with Motorola. And generally what I've seen, Motorola smartphones are a little bit slow on the update. So this is something that Motorola needs to take into account, considering the competition is faster in giving Android updates. So I hope they improve in the Android update situation. So guys, this was my review of this Moto G71 smartphone, but still I would say this is a very, very practical smartphone, and certainly one of the best smartphones under 20,000. You don't get that bloatware or any junk on this smartphone. So if you're that kind of a person that does not like bloatware and unnecessary stuff, crapware that comes on your smartphone, this is something. And I completely forgot, this also comes with the Motorola ThinkShield security, so that way also it's good. So overall, it's a good phone. Now you're getting an AMOLED screen, the processor is fast, the battery life is fabulous. So overall, I would say a very practical smartphone. And also the camera performance, specifically the rear facing camera, has improved quite a bit compared to older Motorola phones. So definitely I would say a very practical smartphone that you're getting with this Moto G71, apart from some of the cons that I have mentioned. Anyways, guys, that's it for now for this review. And if you guys are still not subscribed to this YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Anyways, guys, take care. Catch you later.